Okay, good morning to Varandal. In previous session, we discussed regarding the types of automation used in manufacturing process or assembly process. Okay, in this class, I am going to discuss about basic elements in automation. Okay, what is the elements used in automation system is there are number of elements to accomplish the automation process that are termed as basic elements. Okay, there are number of elements, but main elements are used to run the automation system that are termed as basic elements. Okay, it consists of power to accomplish the process and operation system. Next, program of instructions to direct the process. Next, control system to actuate the instructions from the program. Next, coming to the diagram. Okay, it is the diagrammatic representation of elements of an automated system. First one is power, next second one is program of instructions, third one is control system, and last one is process. Okay, with the help of all these elements we can complete the process means manufacturing process. We can complete the raw material into finished goods. Okay, to do that process we need these elements. That means first one is power. Okay, coming to power, an automated system is used to operate some process and power is required to drive the process as well as the controls. Okay, next, the principal source of power in automation system is electricity. Okay, mainly there are different sources of to develop the power are there, but main source is electricity. Electrical power has many advantages in automated system as well as non-automated process. So that mainly in automated system we use electrical power. Next, coming to advantage of electrical power, that is electrical power is widely available at moderate cost. Okay. Next, electrical power can readily converted to alternative energy forms, that is mechanical, thermal, light, acoustic. Next, hydraulic and pneumatic powers also we can easily convert. So that mainly we use in automation industries, that is electrical source power. Okay. Next, coming to electrical power at low levels can be used to accomplish functions such as signal transmission, information processing, and data storage and communications. To do all these things we need at low voltage power, so that we can easily convert the electrical power from any voltage to higher voltage to low voltage. Next, electrical energy can be stored in long life batteries for use in locations where an external source of power is not available. Okay. Next, coming to requirements of power in automation. Okay, power is required in the following automation functions, that is to do the processing operations, loading and unloading the work part. Next, material transport between the work operations. Next, controller unit. Next, power to actuate the control signals. Okay, data acquisition and information processing. Okay, in these areas we need to use the power, so that the power is main element in the automation system. Okay, next, coming to program of instructions. With the help of program of instructions we need to operate the working process. Okay, example in CNC part programming, a set of commands that specify the sequence of steps in the work cycle and details of each step. Okay, during each step there are one or more activities involving changes in one or more process parameters. Example, feed rate, depth, cutting tool, and phase. Okay, phase but drilling and phase turning, taper turning, all these things we can easily do with the sequence of steps with the help of program of instructions. Next, examples include temperature setting of a furnace, axis position in a positioning system, motor on or off. Next, all these examples with the help of program of instructions we can do. Okay, coming to control system. In control system, the control element of an automated system executes the program of instructions. Okay, with the help of control system we can run the process by taking the commands input from the program of instructions and By using the actuators, we do the manufacturing process. The control system causes the process to accomplish its defined function, which is to perform some manufacturing operations. Okay, next, there are two different types of control system, that is closed loop and open loop. Closed loop is also known as feedback control system. Coming to closed loop control system, in this, a closed loop control system is also known as feedback control system, is one in which the output variable is compared with an input parameter, okay, and the difference between the two is used to drive the output of the agreement. Okay, mainly in automation system we use closed loop because whatever the input is given to that equipment, it will be compared with the output. Whatever the parameters we given, the parameters we achieved or not, we need to compare, otherwise we lost more production rate and time loss and waste of material. Okay, all these things will happen, so that we need to compare the output parameters to the input parameters with the help of closed loop control system. Observe, it is the closed loop control system. Here it is the process to do the process with the help of actuator. The actuator will actuate when the input signal received from the controller. Okay, the input, the controller will get the will control the actuator with the by taking the program of instructions from the controller unit. Okay, from the program of instructions. Okay, suppose the program of instructions will be applied to the actuator. The process is completed. Next, it will sense the output variable with the help of some sensors. That sensors send the signals to the control system. Okay, so that again it will compare with the output variables. Like this process will be happen in closed loop control system. Coming to open loop control system, an open loop control system operates without the feedback loop as shown figure. Okay, in this case the controls operate without the measuring the output variable. So no comparison is made between the actual value of the output, because here we are not using any sensors at the output. So that what happened? It will not compare the input parameters to the output parameters. Observe, it is the process. Simply it will execute the program of instructions mentioned in the program. It will give the signals to the actuator. It will the actuator give the motion to the process with the help of actuating elements. The process, that means the program, that is the process will be completed with the different machine tools. Here we can prepare the output is produced, that is finished goods. Okay, in case of open loop control system we need very dedicated machinery or equipment we need. Next, the controller release an accurate model of effect of its actuator of the process. Next, with an open loop system there is always the risk of the actuator will not have the intended effect of the process, and that is disadvantage of an open loop control system. As in case of closed loop, we can compare the output variable, so that simply if any defect will occur or malfunction will occur, we can immediately change the process or we can adjust the process. But as in case of open loop, we can lose or loss many products and time loss. Okay, so suppose if any malfunctions will occur. Okay, this is the main disadvantages of open loop control system. Its advantage is that it generally simpler and less expensive than a closed system. As in case of closed system, we need to arrange place some sensors at the output. But in case of open loop control system, we cannot placing any sensors, so that what happened? The operation of the process is very simple compared to the closed loop control system. Next, open loop systems are usually appropriate when the following conditions, that is the actions performed by the control system are simple. Next, the actuating function is very reliable and Any reaction forces opposing the actuator are small enough to have no effect on the actuation. At that time, we need to use open loop control system. Coming to difference between closed loop and open loop control system. Consider the difference between, that is closed loop and open loop system for case of positioning system. Okay, positioning system are common in manufacturing to locate the work part relative to the tool. Okay, observe in this diagram, with the help of closed loop control system, we can simply move the work table by giving the input from the control system. It will send the signal to the motor. Here motor is a actuator. It will rotate by taking the signal from the controller. Okay, by rotating this lead screw, the work table will move towards the right end. It will reaches the maximum point. What happened here? We use one optical encoder. It will detect the location of the work table and it will send the signals to the controller. Okay, when the work table is reached to this area, what happened? The optical encoder will give the signal to the controller. Immediately the controller will stop the signal, so that what happened? The motor will be shut off. Like this, the information will pass from output to the input. Okay, it is what happened in closed control system. But in case of open loop control system, we use without the help of that system or sensor. But in case of closed loop open loop control system, we need to use that replaces the servo motor with the stepper motor. Okay, for the open loop case, the diagram of the positioning system would be similar to the preceding, except that no feedback loop is present and a stepper motor would be used in place of DC servo motor. A stepper motor is designed to rotate a precise fraction of a turn for each pulse received from the controller. Okay, next, since the motor shaft is connected to the lead screw and the lead screw drives the work table, each pulse converts into a small constant linear motion, so that we need to fix the rotation of the stepper motor, that is revolutions. Based on that calculation, we need to give the input. To move the table a desired distance, the number of pulses corresponding to that distance is sent to the motor. Okay, next, given the proper application whose characteristics match the preceding list of operating conditions, and open loop positioning system works with the high reliability. Okay, it is about elements used in automation system. Thanks for watching.